सिंकोजी जी, जिन्होंने शांति और सद्भावना के लिए लगभग 250 देशों के अंदर शांति यात्रा की और पूरे विश्व के अंदर पीस के लिए जो अलग जगाई, आज उनके विचारों से हम लागू
नमो सख्यमुनाये चोम देंदे तिशिशिबा राजंबा यांधवा जोबे संजे नमे तुबे वंबे 샤지 둘로 마음에 발라 랍두드데 고숨 그바진부 찬설신 접순 지오 나동 셈제 탐제지 주진제 라버 제도소 Your Holiness Acharya Dr. Lokesh Muni Ji, His Holiness Sayyidina Tahir Fakhruddin Sahib Ji, all the honorables on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. It is with honor that I wanted to express my most sincere and heartfelt support to this one sentence: world peace by non-violence. I represent a very old institution which is very heavy on my shoulder. I am the servant of my predecessor. I am the servant of entire humanity. Actually, servant of the servant. And in this world peace by non-violence becomes so clear because year 1727, exactly 292 years back, 8 of my predecessors founded Mount of Excellence. Of course, you know I'm a Buddhist. You can see. From head to toe Buddhist. So, in Buddhism, I don't know where this word zim fits in, but doesn't matter. So, there is 9 yana. And in Tibet, that entire Buddhism came and it developed into 10 aspects of knowledge or discipline. 8 practice lineage, 10 academic lineage. Each one of that have so many branches. So it is overwhelming. At times, looks so different from one to another. Therefore, the Mount of Excellence, to put everything together, respect all, as His Holiness just mentioned, tolerance is a word I use, but I don't like it. Because if somebody say, I tolerate you, it doesn't mean I respect you. So, actually, putting together everything, you can only do that by practicing everything together. In this world, we have so many ideology. To make it very simple, non-believer, one ideology. Theistic believer, another ideology. Non-theistic believer, another ideology. Three main stream of system. And we have to respect them all because there is good in all of them. But non-violence. What is peace? Peace is harmony. When everything is in harmony, everything is in peace. And when things are not in harmony, then there is no peace. So how can everything become in harmony? It is actually a matter of education. The education is crucial. In today's world, our youth have no boundary. They all living in electronic age. In this, everyone have the entire world in their pocket in form of a tablet. Not exactly square, but almost square. And in this age, people has to be educated. If people are not educated, then what happens is the convenience become the source of your inconvenience. Brothers don't talk to brother. Sisters don't talk to sister. Children don't respond to the parents. Dining table will become individual territory. And this is no good. This means so much has developed technologically. We are not able to master it. Therefore, our own creation is ruling us and ruining our life. Of course, I am one of those who like modern gadgets. But my gurus teach me not to indulge in anything. So today, what becomes relevant to me is the modern technology gadgets. I like them, I use them, but don't let it overtake my life. Now, peace, world peace by non-violence. There's all kind of violence. Our interaction with our environment is very, very bad. How our weather system is changing, how the ocean level is rising. All of these problems, drought, famine, flood, all kind of, recently we had a very big problem here with the ocean. Oceans say, I don't need your garbage. Remember? So this is not only here, all over the world, all over the world. Every country that have a beach, this is what happens there. So this is nobody's doing. It is not coming from above, it is not coming from below. It is all done by we, the human beings. We are responsible. And no one can fix it, but we can fix it. We must fix it. I like to quote few words of great human being, great Mahatma Gandhi. My leader, my guru, His Holiness Dalai Lama, quotes Mahatma Gandhi's words many times, and he follows them very close to his heart. So he says, Mahatma Gandhi says, anger is the enemy of non-violence, and pride is a monster that swallows it up. So we have to conquer our pride, ego, in order to overcome our anger. If we don't handle our ego, if we try to suppress any one of our emotion, it will explode one day. It will be very bad. Therefore, the source of all the emotion, that is this ego. I have, you have, I don't think Mahatmas have, but definitely I have. And why I remain monk, a bhikshu, is because I have ego. I have to keep my ego under control. That is why I remain a monk. Otherwise, there's no reason. And the ego comes in two forms. There's subjective ego, there's objective ego. We in the East have more of a subjective ego. I call it Oriental disease. And in the West, there is another form of ego, that is objective ego. I call that Occidental disease. But when these two diseases are diagnosed and we remedy them by each other, then we become level-headed. Then we overcome the basic problem of the ego. The balance, the middle way between subjective ego and objective ego. And so that is following the Mahatma Gandhi's word, the ego, the pride is a monster that swallows it up. Then also another word. I don't want to take up much time. I wanted to close here. So this is very important for all of us to remember. Mahatma Gandhi's word. He said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Okay? Is it okay for me to request all of the brothers and sisters to repeat after me as our pledge to Mahatma Gandhi on this very special day, which is celebrating 150 birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji? Will it be too much of me to ask you? Okay? All right. So please repeat after me. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, what you do are in harmony. Thank you. I like to mention this. There is a saying, a gentleman and a lady should mean what he or she say. Right? So if we follow the Mahatma Gandhi's word, this one, we will be we will be qualified to be truly called a gentleman or a lady. And after that, then of course, a monk, a muni, a mahatma, whatever. But before all of that, we have to be a gentleman and a lady. Okay, so now I want you to close with this. As Mahatma Gandhi says, my life is my message. That is what he said. And that is exactly how our leaders have mentioned here. We should practice what we preach. So therefore, as a religious follower, all the religions are by the humanity, of the humanity, for the humanity. His Holiness Dalai Lama tells us many times, our religion should be only for the benefit of others, including ourselves. It should make ourselves a better person. It should make others a better person. It should take care of all the living beings on this earth, including the environment. If it doesn't do that, then it is irrelevant. Thank you so much. And all the great essence, different religions have different names for it. And also people who call themselves non-believer have a name for it too. So that bless you. And this is a very important shrine for the materialistic world. And in this, lots of finance is taken care over here, as our Acharya Ji, His Holiness mentioned earlier. So many times we think the money, the economy is some kind of irrelevant thing that spiritual person don't talk about. But since Muniji have mentioned it, I get the courage to say something about it. So actually, as a Buddhist, in the Buddha's teaching, there's nothing irrelevant. Everything comes from a cause and condition. So, all the finance in this world, whether they are misused or correctly used, whether they are wrongly acquired or correctly acquired, whether it is fair or unfair, but we cannot deny it is the creation of human being. We have been creating it for past 600,000 years. And for this 600,000 years, from a caveman until the modern man, we have created something called finance. And therefore, it is our duty to be responsible for turning this into positive energy rather than negative energy. And one simple example. The world have weapons that can destroy this world several thousand times. Don't you think destroying one time is not enough? Several thousand times. I think that's where things go wrong. Anyway, I am not a scientist, I'm not a politician, I'm not any of that, so I don't want to say too much because I will be talking out of ignorance. Anyway, for me, I have my common sense, and following the common sense, then we all should recognize we all brothers and sisters of the humankind, and all the other living creatures are also part and parcel of us. So let us truly be non-violence in all aspects of ways. Our words, our thoughts, our actions, all should be non-violence as possible. Thank you very much.